Good morning, good evening, and welcome to World of Warships. My name is Robin, and today we will be sailing in the Tier 7 US light cruiser Pensacola. But first of all, thank you very much for tuning in this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you'll enjoy your time here. This is Pensacola Nostalgia Part 1, because there is actually 2 battles I would like to share with you today. So let's get started. The ship we are about to sail with have 10 203mm guns with a top range of 15.7 kilometers, 34,300 points of health, 48 anti-air defense rating and a top speed of 32.5 knots. The Pensacola, being a light cruiser, her hour thickness goes from 16mm to 102mm. For the modules, I've installed Main Armament Modification 1, Aiming System Modification 1, Propulsion Module Modification 1 and Steering Gear Modification 2. For my commander, we have Basic Firing Training, Expert Marksman and Vigilance. I haven't been fighting with Tier 7 for a very long time. I've showcased Tier 8 and Tier 10s, and I was nostalgic about the time I was still dreaming about Tier 10 and grinding my way up to them. And to be honest, the Pensacola impressed me, and it was very refreshing playing with it. But enough of these descriptions, let's take her to battle. Here we are, on the map Shards. We have spawned on the southeast part of the map, and I am going to head for Objective C. Same thing here. Discovering this map again, Shards, was very interesting. I forgot about the layout of its islands that are prone to flanking options for destroyers and good tactical cover for cruisers and battleship. The developers did a great job on this one, in my opinion. I am escorted by a friendly Omaha, and most of my teammates are ready to back us up. My guns are loaded with armor-piercing shells, and my ship is already detected. There is definitely a destroyer presence in the area, so I'm going to launch my aircraft and activate my hydroacoustic search. Combined with the vigilance skill and my excellent maneuverability, I should not be too concerned about torpedoes. A couple of cruisers are detected behind Objective B, and shells are already flying. Enemy Cleveland on the minimap is showing a good broadside, so I'm going to take aim and fire my guns. I am near maximum range, but the shell velocity on these 2 or 3 is pretty good. Unfortunately, the Cleveland is going to break to the right, and I miss my salvo. Objective C is being capped, surely by the destroyer that is spotting me. I'm trying to find a target in between the islands, and I'm taking fire. My friendly Omaha backed off from the fight, and I am alone up here now. I might be in trouble. My plan is to rotate around the islands now. I do not want to rush the objective, but instead try to protect our eastern flank from any audacious destroyers.
Torpedoes to port.
I have regained concealment. That's good. It means that no other enemies have decided to counter me just yet. Enemies are about to cap Objective C, and my fighter is going to spot some enemy ships towards C. There is actually heavy resistance around the objective. And finally, sneaky enemy Mutski is going to be detected. He's heading towards me, in between the island's gap. He apparently doesn't know I am that close, but I'm ready for him. High explosives are loaded. And hello, Mitsuki. Here, take 6,000 points of damage as a greeting gift. I know he is going to drop torpedoes on me, so I cut the power and angle away. Secondaries are hitting, my guns are reloaded, I take the shots, and goodbye, Mitsuki. We earn first blood, and here comes the torpedoes, way ahead of me. I have to immediately fall back though. 2 enemy Gneisenau's and a cruiser have already a lock on me, and I'm in trouble if I don't give ground. I'm going to use my back guns to keep up the fire on the Gneisenau and haul ass away from the action. A German battleship is in full pursuit, but my angling and very good rudder shift minimizes the damage I take. I am baiting the enemies towards me because I think our teammates in the back are undetected thanks to the island's layout, and I hope to lure them into a trap. Friendly Miyoko is going to assist me, but I think he might be sending in the wrong direction. As long as the Gneisenau stops shooting at me, I am thankful for your sacrifice, Miyoko. I have successfully fallen back towards my teammates. The Gneisenau is going to realize that the Miyoko is more of a threat to him than I am. And look at that grouping of shots. Even if it's almost at point blank, it's pretty good in my opinion. I set the German battleship on fire 2 times. That is probably going to force his damage control, and I'm going to switch to armor piercing. I realize that there is an enemy cruiser about to pick the island further down the east flank. There. Enemy Cleveland is showing me a good broadside. He seemed to be going for the Miyoko, and I'm going to take the shot. Unfortunately, no penetrations, but good damage nonetheless. Enemy Gneisenau is still burning down. He's trying to turn, launch torpedoes at me probably, but my guns are ready and I take him out. The enemy Cleveland in the back is still broadsided. I'm going to take another salvo at him. Hopefully get a good hit. And this time, yes. There you go, Cleveland. Come and take your love from me for almost 10,000 points of damage. He's now giving angle, and I have to turn back into the fight. Our suicidal Mayoko gets taken out, and I'm going to get lucky and score another penetration on the Cleveland's aft for another 6,000 points of damage. Good engagements. I managed to escape. My teammates are doing a good job pushing back the enemy forces on the eastern flank. The enemy is doing a good job rebalancing the kill counter though, and they have now control of the 2 caps. I hope that I have a window to head towards sea. I am planning on rotating around the islands and hopefully get the objective while potentially cutting off the enemy's retreat. The second enemy Gneisenau is trying to block our progress. He is too angled for armor piercing, so I'm going to switch to high explosives. One more salvo at the German battleship, and I'm going to get lucky. Enemy Gneisenau takes a massive hit from a friendly battleship. My shots lands right after, and I get the kill that I don't really deserved, but hey. I will congratulate in the chat the one that made that previous shot and switch my guns to armor piercing. An enemy force has regrouped north of sea, and I have a dilemma. Either I go for the cap or I join the party and help my friendlies take out the remaining targets. Of course, I'm gonna be greedy, but I have an excuse. The enemy York I have flanked and broadsided. And I wish I had the time to fully rotate all my guns, because I think he was completely unaware I was that close. Guns are ready. I take the shot, point blank at this range, and no surprises, good hit on the York for 7,000 points of damage. I'm trying to rotate around the islands and hopefully get the kill, but the York gets taken out by our friendly contemporary. Torpedoes are incoming, but my hydroacoustic is on and I can evade. Enemy Bayern is throwing a perfect broadside. I have AP loaded, so I take the shot. 5,000 is nothing to scoff at from a cruiser salvo on a battleship at this tier, but I have a way more juicy target. The Cleveland is trying to support his friendly while hauling ass away from the heat, but I have other plans for him. My shots lands and oh, really good damage again, even though he was angled. I have to finish you off now, Cleveland, I'm sorry. I switched to high explosives. He's firing back at me, but I'm sorry, Cleveland. I will focus you down and claim my kill. The Bayern now is a sitting duck. He decided to stop his engine right here, broadsided by our friendly Bayern, and he is shooting HE. Cherry on the cake. Ah, Tier 7 captains, I missed you so much. I have switched back to AP, just to try and teach him how it's done. But I am not the only one shooting at him, obviously. He's going to take massive damage from multiple sources and gets taken out by our friendly secondaries. Finally, C flank is finally cleared. We just have to cap it now. The enemy team is at a serious ship disadvantage now, but somehow is in control of all the objectives. I believe that if they hadn't lost so much friendlies on our flank, maybe they would have been in a much better position to defend the 1000 western part of the map. Our Minikaze is alone at B, and we have to move in and protect him while he caps it. We did a good job so far. I've secured 4 kills, well, technically 3, but hey, I'll take it. Regardless of this, the experience you will gain in a battle is going to be heavily based on the damage you deal and on the objectives you play. There is plenty of people that complains about kill stealing. I know it is frustrating when it happens to you. Many times I got into a firefight where I took the risk and overcame my opponents, took damage, and all this for a perfectly safe ally in the back to deny me the pleasure of the final hit. But at the end of the day, the damage you deal is what is going to reward you with experience, achievements like Confederate or High Caliber, etc. Anyway, I'm drifting here. We have capped Objective C, and now moving to finish off the remaining enemies. Our Minikaze is having a hard time over B, but he's doing a good job at least denying it, and baiting the enemies towards us too. I am going to try and engage the Krasny Krim at near max range with armor piercing. The Krim is a ship I never saw before this very battle. That says a lot about how long I haven't been playing lower tiers. Unfortunately, I am not getting good hits on him, even if I would have loved to finish him off on that last shot. But he's taking cover from the island, so I switch to high explosive to engage the enemy Akatsuki. He's trying to lay down smoke, but I have hydroacoustic on. He is not getting away so easily. Good hit for 4,000. And as I was ready to avenge our Minikaze, the Akatsuki gets taken out. Only remains a very wounded Cleveland. I switched to AP, hoping that he'll keep showing me a broadside. My shots lands for pretty good damage, but he's gonna be angling away. Both of our shots bounces off, so I switch to HE. I've actually been switching my ammunitions a lot on this game. There is nothing heroic here. The poor Cleveland is trying to save his skin, and I'm going to try, why the hell not, to get my Kraken unleashed. One last salvo with all my guns. The Cleveland is zigzagging with more zigs in the zags, but we take him out.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
And that was a victory. A 100,000 points of damage dealt, 10,000 XP earned, and 350,000 credits gained. We achieved first blood and an undeserved Kraken unleashed, to be honest. Even if I think I did my part in the battle and gambled successfully on my risks and rewards chances. It felt good performing that well for the first battle since a long time with the Pensacola. I thought I would be rusty, but the handling of this ship is so nice that it doesn't really feel like a Tier 7. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching it until the end. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, and you were kind heart, give it a like. And stay tuned. The second part of this video is coming pretty soon. Until then, you have a good one, and you take it easy.